Guys, I just finished mowing with the new Ryobi double blade or multi-blade battery powered mower. Should you get this mower? Here we go. Guys, I just picked up the Ryobi. It's the 40 volt high performance dual blade right here. Cross cut is what it's called. I'm going to try it out, give you guys a little review, let you know what I think. I've got a pretty small yard here, so then we got the backyard, so we'll see how it works. So I just opened the box here a second ago, and we've got a few different things, the different attachments, the plug, the bag. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot to put together. This looks like the frame for the bag. So I'm gonna set up my tripod and should probably get the batteries on the charger. So we'll find those, get those going, and then we'll hit the yard. So in this box, you've got the charger itself, and then you've got the two batteries. So we're gonna go ahead and get these on the charger while I'm setting everything else up, hopefully get them to be, somewhat a full charge. So it does just plug into a regular wall outlet like you'd expect, just like the drills and things do. So that's convenient. Plug it in anywhere in your garage or house. So I'm literally learning as I go, and the first 10 seconds, it's pretty easy to figure out. To lift the handle up, pull this, comes up, clicks out. This is where the actual batteries go. And when one battery dies on one side, you just flip this key, whichever way the arrow is pointing, that's the battery that it's using, is my understanding. So if this battery dies, you just turn this key to that side, boom, you're ready to go. All right, we got the bag set up. Just like pretty much any standard mower, just set it in there, close that, take it out, boom, there you go. Been about 15 minutes, 20 minutes since I've had this on the charger. I'm wanting to mow right now. I've got stuff to get done. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and mow when it's not on a full charge. You can see it's not quite full. Probably not the smartest thing to do. You're probably gonna hate me in the comments, but we're gonna do it anyways. This one is, looks like just about half. So I'm gonna run this battery first, and then I'll put this one on the charger, because I think you only need one battery in the mower at a time, so we'll find out. So the grass is not like overly long, but it's definitely longer than I usually go. I mean, I'm guessing it's like 5-6 inches right now in some spots, but this is not gonna be overly tall at all. So it looks like we've got multiple settings here. Super easy, raise it up in one motion with one hand. I think we're gonna start probably about halfway and see how that cuts. So we'll just go ahead and slide the battery in here. Like that. Oh, you turn the key. Okay. And just to see what we have underneath. So here's the dual blade here. Looks like we're good to go. And let's give it a shot. cutting pretty good. No complaints, putting down some nice stripes. I don't know if you can tell, you know, I dropped it down a little bit, so we're probably mowing it like, you know, a little over 3 inches, 3.5, 3.25, something like that. So it seems to be cutting really well. I'll do kind of a full review after I get done mowing, but you know, we got done up there, over here. Now I'm actually gonna cut some lines this way. I'll give you guys just a little bit different of an angle. The way the sun hits the stripes makes a difference. You guys know that. As far as the clippings go, the bag seems to fill up, you know, really well. I haven't actually filled it all the way up yet, but you know, it seems to fill up pretty evenly. It's real easy to take off. Don't mind my little dumping ground. Let's try doing this one-handed. All right, the first battery died. Again, it wasn't fully charged. So we're replacing with this one, which said it was fully charged. So we'll see if we can finish the rest of it. To start, 1, 2, that gets the blade going. And then 3, that's the speed. To adjust the speed, all I gotta do is move this right here. So we'll turn it down just a little bit so I can do this one-handed. So you can see here, the bag pretty much completely filled up. Probably could have kept going, but you know, it filled up pretty good. All right, guys, so I'm actually on my second day or second time mowing with the mower. And so I'm gonna break it down a little bit, tell you what I like about it and tell you what I don't like about it. And also who this mower is for and who it's not for. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so starting out, this mower is not made for someone who mows for a living. I would say this is best for someone with a small yard who only mows, you know, their own yard once a week or whatever. It's definitely not made, you know, for rugged, throwing it on a trailer, pulling it off, you know, and using it all day, every day. I will be anxious to see how well like these plastic pieces hold up, if they, you know, end up getting brittle or breaking or anything like that. But right off the bat, I want to start out by saying one of the things that annoys me a lot, and maybe there's a way to turn this off, but when you go to turn the mower around, I am used to picking up the front wheel and kind of swinging it like this. And it must have some safety hazard where when you kick the mower back, the blade shuts off. So I'm having to reteach myself to, when I'm turning the mower, try to keep those front wheels on the ground or at least really close to the ground. So that's one of the first things that kind of annoys me. It's really not that big a deal. I'm just not used to it yet. Another thing I noticed, so the deck itself, you know, is obviously made of plastic and it has a little bit of flex to it. And one thing I noticed, you know, the first time I went and cut around a tree, I actually just banged it a little bit against the tree and it sounded like the blade hit the side of the deck. And so I'm a little disappointed by that. It seems like, you know, they would have braced that enough where, you know, if you tap the side of a tree, the blade wouldn't hit the side of here. So that was one thing that I noticed. The battery life, you know, it seems to be really, you know, pretty durable. It lasts quite a while. This battery was full and I just mowed, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, and it looks like it's, now it's showing 3 out of 4 bars. But, you know, the battery life isn't a big deal if you don't have a huge yard and you're able to cycle the batteries on and off. So you don't have to have both of the batteries in the mower. You can mow with one and let the other one sit on the charger. Another thing I do like is these nice big wheels on the back. You know, they're massive compared to, you know, most mowers. like my little Honda over here, or Craftsman. You know, this wheel is much smaller. Okay, let's talk about the speed. So the speed, I would say the max speed is a little bit slower than what I would like. I'm also 6'3", and I have a pretty long gait, so I'm able to mow pretty fast. So it doesn't go, you know, extremely fast for my liking. One thing that is nice, you can operate it without turning the blade on. So like if you pull in the trigger and then push this, it will move. And one thing you might be able to see through the reflection, it does have a headlight on it, which is kind of cool. So the speed's pretty good, but one of my little critiques is it has a little bit of a lag time, which, you know, I'm being super picky. I mowed for a company that had mowers that was like super responsive. So the second you pull down on the handle, it's moving. This thing, if you're trying to mow fast, it does have a little bit of a delay. But all around, you know what? I would rate this thing at this point like a 9 out of 10. And really the only little critiques are, you know, the maybe the weak deck around the edge or something like that. I haven't mowed with it quite enough yet to get a full review, but it cut really well. You know, the bag filled completely up. You know, it moves great. It's got a headlight. It's super easy to adjust. You don't even have to like use any muscle for that. So seems to be, you know, a pretty well thought out design. So, hey, you know what? I would suggest it. And yeah, if you want to buy one, go ahead. This is my home gym. I made a video about this thing. I need to repost it. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching the review of the Ryobi multi-cut, Ryobi's top-end electric or battery mower. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.